One finally coming your way right now.
Here we go. North Texas on the orange side, the LSU Tigers in the blue. As this one already starting off with offense here to be a clear out, and Ajax, keep an eye on him as we're going to see how much of an impact he has with this LSU roster.
Yeah, they certainly haven't missed a beat with him this far through the season, but this is a different opponent. I don't think they've played a team quite like North Texas up to this point. That's going to be a whiff out of D-Bank, though. Lucia trying to center for Too Fast, going right back the other way, and Too Fast rotations tested early, did get back, but look at LSU swarming the zone here. That's a great stop by D-Bank, relieving the pressure and giving North Texas a little bit of a break, trying to get downfield and get some offense of their own. Good chance here. Lucia keeping it tight to the wall, and Ajax bombs it away.
I like the idea from North Texas with LSU moving upfield. You start to think that, okay, maybe they're not going to give UNT enough space, but they try to play the same game against them. This is a good drive. Lucia, a high ball. D-Bank doesn't really have a shot here, so just playing it in the air. And LSU will be able to clear this one away for now, but it's been back and forth possession changes and some really good opportunities in the opener here.
Oh, what a read by Low-Tech, getting the dunk through. D-Bank got to get up for this. Got in Brunby's way, and he could not force that home on the right-hand side. And North Texas going to feel like they got kind of a break there as Brunby could not stuff the shot home. Here comes LSU again. Ajax never got to that ball, though. It was taken away. Brunby will try to center for Ajax again.
Oh,
it got through, but this time it's saved by Too Fast.
Good read on the defense. And like you said, Low Tech was trying to get a little bit more in there. There's a lot of pressure coming in here from LSU. But you got to keep in mind the defense here from North Texas. Too Fast, so quick on the ball, and he's hitting it in some really good spots. It's keeping North Texas, keeping this game, I should say, still 0-0.
You would hope that this would be a matchup you'd see later on in the season. Imagine both these teams with plenty of matches under their belt already. It already feels like these teams are in mid-season form. Low-Tech not able to get to this in time. It'll force Ajax all the way back, and Too Fast chasing him down, making sure he makes a good touch along the back wall. He did, but so too did North Texas. D-Bank throwing one out there for Too Fast, keeping this in the zone, but Low-Tech guys run to the corner. More importantly, he got that corner boost, so LSU not going to get starved out here by North Texas.
Lucia very aggressive on the ball. Too Fast got a demo, but it's not enough. Ball still floated on the goal line, and Brian B was able to knock it away. Too Fast on fine D-Bank. The angle, no, it's off the post. North Texas can't get a goal.
Oh, man, missed opportunities. North Texas are going to be kicking themselves. They surely have to score here, and they do after the demolition. Too Fast finally gets UNT on the board.
Yeah, there's a demo in the backfield, no one home, and all Too Fast has to do is turn around and beat LSU to the ball. It's an open net chance, and the first goal of the series goes to UNT.
Well, something had to give. Both teams have had a lot of near misses in the first 3.5 minutes. Let's see if LSU can answer back. Oh, Brunby somehow won this through. Still had boost to play the ball further, and Low-Tech's shot goes all the way across. Ajax had that deflected away, and LSU is turned aside for now. By Too Fast. So quick up for this. From the ceiling. Clear the runway. No, Low-Tech's in the way.
Good try there for Too Fast. Getting a little mechanical, trying to throw off the defense. But LSU remaining patient. That being said, they got to force the issue here. 1:10, and they're down by 1.
That is not the touch Ajax was looking for. He put it on a tee for Too Fast, and he tees off 2-0.
And yeah, Ajax, he tries to, fix his mistake, but the rest of the team is going one direction, and Ajax is going the other. So Too Fast says, I'll pick this up, put it right in your net. That's a 2-goal lead for North Texas. We got a minute left in game 1.
You don't have to play mistake-free Rocket League. The problem is you can't make the second mistake. That's exactly what happened to Ajax there. Trying to do too much, cleaning up after his own mistake. Opportunity again, though, after the demolition on Lucia. Brunby's got LSU back within 1.
Braun B head on a swivel here. He actually gets a boost spawn at the perfect time. He was at 0 until the moment the ball came rolling towards him. Then he had enough boost to slot it home. That extra persistence in the corner gives Braun B and LSU a goal that puts this game within 1.
Oh, D-Bank, I think, ran into too fast, so that kind of blew up the play, and the double commit was almost fatal. As Ajax was downfield, this is still dangerous. Ajax going to intercept here. Too fast to D-Bank, both on the back wall. And it's D-Bank who has to play that from a very precarious position. And Low-Tech still going to tie the game. You cannot play uglier defense than we just saw out of UNT.
I mean, Low-Tech just walks up to this one. UNT scrambling in front of the net. Low-Tech sees an opportunity. No fear, takes the shot. Tied up game here. Unbelievable, though, from LSU. Able to mount a 2-goal comeback within about 30 seconds.
You're never out of it. Not in CRL. No lead is safe. Ajax might take this himself. He does with a flip reset. And LSU has turned this game on its head.
Ajax goes up for this one. Yeah, this is... I mean, he barely gets a piece of that ball, but it's just enough to throw off the UNT defense. No one able to get a piece to clear that one away. And UNT have gone on a 3-goal drought here to LSU. Just no response from them. They had to lead all game long. And now in the final moments, it's just slipped out their hands.
They may still have time to make up for it yet. Nope, clock hits 0 right as the ball touches. And LSU steals game 1. North Texas, they're going to be kicking themselves after they had so many opportunities, especially at almost point-blank range, a lot of shots that LSU did not have an answer for, but the post did.
In the early game, it was honestly just all North Texas for the most part. But the fact that the matter is, like you said, they could not finish when they needed to. And then despite that, when you have a 2-goal lead and you're going into the final minute, these defensive mistakes should not be happening. It just seemed like the team fell apart. They had a strong early game. They could have built on it a little bit more. But towards the end, the Green Machine, it had some pieces break, and they got to go do a pit stop before this game 2 starts.
North Texas, at times, they looked like the BDS montage that we saw on First Touch earlier this week. It was that bad at times. Just shots ringing off the post, the crossbar. If those fall, LSU is going to have a tough time holding on to this 1-game series lead. Brand new day here on Forbidden Temple for game 2. As Low-Tech battles against Too Fast, and now LSU find themselves perhaps on the back foot, but Ajax just throws that right back into the UNT end, and there'll be no early fireworks, it would seem. Braun B trying to make some of his own, and Lucia barely made the save.
Good chance for Braun B, not enough power behind it, so defense was able to get back in time. For North Texas, they have to understand LSU is playing aggressive in front of them, and they're going to have to be able to manage that properly. More goals will fall. This time it's Braun B slotting it home.
Too Fast does not expect this ball to go where it does. It got up on him in a hurry. Just a panic, press X to jump. Problem is, it bounced right out for Braun B. Perfectly placed. LSU in front again. 4 unanswered goals over the last 2 minutes of gameplay.
Ooh. This could be a play here for Too Fast. Trying to play this one high. Ajax had a good read on it, though. So it'll kind of fizzle out here. But North Texas still not able to respond to the speed and the confidence coming out from LSU. And this is a team that, understands their strengths and weaknesses, I'd say, pretty well. And now it does seem like they're playing, very cohesive Rocket League. They're able to stop UNT right now. But for UNT, the scoring drought here has to end at some point. As Braun B carries that one, he almost ended up finding a 2nd goal for LSU.
Ajax up to the heavens, trying to center one for a teammate, but nobody was there except for the defense. Doesn't matter. Low-Tech plays the long game and just wins a challenge that ends up straight in UNT's net.
In your net. That's exactly what happens when you have those challenges on that sidewall, but it looks like the possession kind of got away from him, and Too Fast had a good read. Low-Tech had a good read. But now LSU with a 2-goal lead here. It's a completely different script from game one. They've been able to turn the momentum into their favor.
5 in a row, and North Texas, their heads are still spinning. Ajax flip, reset, put another on the highlight reel.
Oh, they got to stop him. They got to stop him. He's having too much fun out there. Flip, reset, takes his time, follows it up, and too fast, as he is, he couldn't even get a solid touch on that one. 3-goal lead for LSU.
Oh, this is getting ugly. This is a matchup that just on paper had a lot of anticipation and excitement. And having it in week one, an explosive start to the season. Oh, it's been explosive, all right, but only on one half of the field as of late. Ajax wins another, and he will leave it for Braun B. Okay, a little anticlimactic, disappointing finish.
Yeah.
But the defense, nowhere to be found.
Honestly, Ajax should have scored the double. I'm not going to lie.
Exactly.
I expected better of him. But Braun B, we'll give him the credit. He got the cleanup, so now, he can be top of the leaderboards momentarily. I say momentarily. It's only like an 8-point difference between him and Ajax. But 4-0 here. North Texas do not have an answer for the LSU Tigers.
And it's not just Ajax. I mean, obviously, he is a big part of everything they do. Lucia tried to take him off the field, and Ajax avoided that. Got the challenge. Braun B will win it out to midfield. This is the guy who has been a thorn in the side of North Texas, and not just tonight, but all of last season as well.
Oh, Braun B.
Yeah, he's just playing the 1v1 stall for time tactic. Yeah, whatever. You're not going to come after me. That's fine. Ajax, nobody home. There's nobody home. Forget about it. 5-0. You're one-on-one with Ajax. This is unwinnable.
1-2. And skip to Mailu. Just like that. Simple. Again, Ajax with time, space control, and LSU, UNT, I should say, no one on top of that ball at all. It's been quiet from them. Even looking at the stats, they don't have a recorded shot yet.
If this were a fight, they would absolutely stop it. There is nobody looking out for the health of North Texas at all. Ajax, I guess he's just downfield for that. Okay, sure.
Look at the redirect. Playing downfield, he's cherry picking. A lot? No, it's not him. That was in the top corner. Defense tried to get a piece of the ball, but still going in 6-0. And
all you hard-stuck diamonds out there, I assure you, Ajax is a trained professional. Do not try that at home in your ranked games.
Yes. There are better things that you can spend your time on, just like hitting the ball.
Yeah, just like actually rotating. Oh, here goes Braun B. That's going to fall to Lotek. We'll find Ajax, and Ajax is casually bringing it to the corner, one-on-one with Lucia. And at least the ball skips out towards the LSU end, and a chance for North Texas to at least get one on the scoreboard. But this goes all the way across. Lucia's shot. This one also off the mark, but D-Bank is there. They'll get one, and at least they've got that going for them because it looked like nothing at all was working for North Texas.
Yeah, D-Bank gets a piece of it, and, they get one here. I got to see maybe two more before I think that, it's not just LSU just trying to kill the clock and not playing up to speed.
Going through the motions, yeah.
Because and Too Fast actually tried to make it too. But, this game has been written off a long time ago.
This game was over when... Was the Ajax flip reset this game? Pretty sure it was. There have been so many goals, they all just kind of blur together at this point.
I think he's gotten 2 flip resets. I believe so, yeah. He's gotten 2 flip reset goals.
So the answer is which one, right? Good grief. He's put on a show. So too is Lotek. Braun B is up there as well. Ajax is lurking, and Lucia plays that wisely behind him. And of course, you can tell LSU just... again, going through the motions. North Texas trying to make sure this doesn't get any worse. At least putting up a fight here in the final minute plus. They haven't taken their foot off the gas at all, North Texas. They're going to have a lot to think about in between games here, as LSU is on match point with what at times looked like just straight up bullying.
North Texas scored a goal or 2 goals, I should say, in game 1, and they stopped scoring around the minute mark when LSU got on the board. And then afterwards, LSU proceeded to score, I'd say, 9 goals. And over the course of what I think the time was a game, over the course of about 5 minutes of playing time. Then you saw North Texas score towards that final minute there. But if that's any indication of what we can expect, going into game 3, it's not looking good for North Texas. We really need to see this squad, who is, supposed to be tied for the top of the Western Conference, show what they have in them, because we haven't seen that in their gameplay. We saw glimpses of it in game 1, but for Ben and Temple, I mean, you really have to just take that out of your memory and go next year on DFH.
Playing the game for the honor and fame and glory of UNT. Well, they got to come up with something for game 3 here, and they are taking their sweet time in between games 2 and 3, as LSU have looked like they're just on a whole new level. But there is still one game to go, at least. Iconic DFH Stadium, the backdrop for game 3. Comeback or not, we'll find out, as North Texas will at least have the ball going in the right direction to start things off, but it's right to Ajax, and then Ajax again. He served as a decoy, and Low-Tech missed as well. And D-Bank's going to want that one back, as that was a pretty good opportunity that's gone by the wayside.
Yeah, that was shaky. I think D-Bank had a chance there to score. And like you said, he's going to be wanting it back. Meanwhile, rotations here from LSU, still aggressive, but maybe Too Fast can do something on this play here.
Yeah, take advantage of that aggression too, because this is a team, LSU, that's playing very confident. They have not had a reason to respect North Texas outside the first couple of minutes of game 1. There's a big save by Lucia, as Ajax let one rip from close range. Now Too Fast got Lucia downfield, but goes opposite side, and Ajax will have that all the way.
Yeah, no,
B's missed.
This is rough here. Looking at UNT, looking at the rotation right now. Not playing it mainly as a team, trying to play fast. Meanwhile, the speedy team misses. B. Oh, again, you talk about wanting a chance back. He's definitely going to want that one back. He had an open net.
There have been a couple on either side in this series. North Texas had a few in game 1 that got away from them, and it ultimately cost them, as LSU came back with 3 unanswered. D-Bank, of course, they ran it up to 9 consecutive goals. D-Bank tried to drop one down, and Too Fast couldn't get there. Braun B did. Now Low-Tech chuck it at the net, and Lucia ranges back for the save.
Good work on Lucia.
D-Bank is flat-footed, and Braun B missed again.
Braun B tried to go for some bumps. Somebody finish. Low-Tech misses. Ajax fakes out Lucia.
What are Too Fast and Lucia doing?
What is everyone doing? No one's hitting the ball.
They are skipping to my Lou, I guess, and then that goes in.
Can we, take it away? No way is this a goal.
Drilling on the field is confirmed. That is it's not a good goal, but it's a goal.
Oh, my. This is the top of the Western Conference, by the way. This is LSU that just scored 6 goals last game, by the way. Oh, dear.
There are some teams in the West right now looking at maybe the likes of UT Dallas. Texas Tech's off to a good start. They're kind of licking their chops right now all right. Well, if this is all we got to contend with.
That being said, for UNT, they are down by 1, halfway through game 3. Still a chance here for them to get back into it. And Lucia with a testing ball. Ajax will be there to meet it. A drop down pass, but D-Bank, it was a little too fast for him. So he sent it high. And now Lucia, I was trying to say it earlier, he's got some really solid touches on the defensive end to be able to keep UNT, keep the scoreline as low as it has been.
D-Bank able to get through Ajax. This is an opportunity, but Ajax up so fast for it. And even if he's not lighting up the scoreboard, he is certainly keeping North Texas off of it. This goes off the corner. Braun B stops Lucia's effort, and North Texas are sent back to the drawing board. See what Lucia's got up his sleeve. Trying to center for D-Bank. And Ajax just read him the whole way. Again, you know, if your plan is to go through Ajax to get an equalizer, just crumple up the paper and throw it away. You got to come up with a better plan. Like this, maybe. And that shot too fast inside post, and we're tied.
Too Fast gets an opportunity that he can't let go by. And look at that. Finishes expertly. Goes off the post, a little bit scary there, but as long as it hits the back of the net, North Texas are okay with it. Tied up ball game in game 3.
We got to play the long game against LSU. You know that Ajax is going to stop the first effort. Get him out of the way. He was nowhere to be found on that effort. Low tech, beaten out by D-Bank. Could be a numbers advantage, but Braun B very aggressively coming up, and he had to be aggressive, else that was going to be a lot of trouble on the LSU end. Now Ajax leaves that for Low Tech. Looking for a double. Too Fast says no thanks.
Ooh, good 50 from Too Fast, but I don't think he's going to be able to catch up with this one. So now watching out for Braun B, and even though he was on that back wall, just still did not get a good touch. LSU have completely, it's been a shift in gameplay for them. Hasn't been as threatening as we saw in game 2. And there's definitely a chance here for North Texas in the final 30 seconds.
Oh, that's a really good pass, and D-Bank had to peel off of it. And Low Tech got a triple kill, and it's almost kept out all the same. He got 3 demos, and somehow Lucia almost saved this.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Good grief.
Unbelievable. Lucia, so close. But 19 seconds left. North Texas need a play here. Otherwise, this series is it's going to be all over.
Ajax looking for the dagger. Low Tech's got another demo. This time on Too Fast. The tombstones piling up. And another goal for Braun B.
Braun B getting another goal. Like you said, that's going to be his second of the game. But look at that. Low Tech falls and grabs the demo, stopping any chance for the defense to get a 50. And I think that'll do it. We got 5 seconds left on the clock. North Texas put up a good fight in this game 3. But as that ball touches the ground, it's going to be LSU who takes the series in a sweep.
More demos than PlayStation Magazine back in the day. Good grief.
That's
LSU. Right? Hey, if FDOT can drop 5-0, then I get one too. Okay. LSU with a physical, brutish performance, and it works out in their favor. They go 3-0 over North Texas, and a highly anticipated series. It delivered if you're an LSU fan.
It did. I mean, for LSU fans, that is exactly what you want to see. A lot of people were touting up North Texas in the beginning of the season, and even up until this matchup, saying that, okay, this is a squad that's been playing really well. But we did not see that in the series. And I think a lot of that can really be attested to the fact of how well LSU were playing. It was that speed on the offense that kept North Texas on their toes. And North Texas just failed to adapt over the course of the series. And then afterwards, I mean, to be honest, it was just a short story. It was 3-0, simple as that.
So LSU goes to, I believe, 4-0 now in the Western League play. They've only dropped 2 games the entirety of this season so far. We're going to look at another team that has been a powerhouse in CRL and a lot of question marks. Can the likes of Nudging and Jelly and JoJo Cats keep it going for Arizona, or will Missouri S&T come nip at their heels? We'll find out. Our final match between Arizona and Missouri S&T comes your way next after this.